Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I stepped out on faith. I put an ad in a classified paper online. And I soon after got a phone call from a young man who said that he just started his salon business and he was hiring to fill his salon. So he invited me for an interview and I was nervous as hell. Because up until that point I was still unlicensed. I've never worked for myself by myself, so I was just like, oh my god, I just didn't know what to expect. But like I said, God will put you in some, well, it's not God putting you, but you'll be in some uncomfortable places, and then you will see that, listen, you got to take that leap of faith and just jump. It don't matter, do it scared, okay? And that was, I feel like, my first lesson of like, no matter how afraid you feel of something, if you feel like it's something you want to do, just do it. So I went to my interview, and this salon is fancy. The young man interviewing me, he's way younger than me. I'm like, okay, this is different. He's not a stylist, he's not a barber. His salon looks amazing and he's very professional, and he's just telling me about, like, you know, his business model of how he hires. So I had the option of coming on as a commission stylist or a booth renter, and I had like a huge decision to make because it's like I'm starting from ground zero. Like, I literally had no clientele, none whatsoever. I'm starting from the bottom. So it would have been easy to do commission. So a commission stylist is a stylist that comes in, works the salon hours, and every client that you do, it gets split into a percentage of either 50-50 or 60-40 or whatever rates works for the owner and the stylist. And then there's the rental stylist, which you just pay a flat rate weekly for your station. So I'm like, oh my god, which one will I pick? Which one will I pick? Which one will I pick? So he gave me some time. He was like, you know, think on it and let me know, and then we could get contracts going. I'm like, contracts? Whoa. Like, that was my introduction to contracts. So I went home and I thought about it long and hard, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure if I should do, of course it's easier to do commission because, you know, if you don't work, you don't get paid, and there's no pressure of trying to create like a situation where you're like tied down to a specific amount of money to pay the salon. So I'm like, okay, I should go with that. But for some reason, I went with the rental stylist agreement. What the fuck? So I got my contract, I signed it, and I was like, all right, now that I have this booth rent to pay, which I think I started off at paying $150 a week or $170, $160, around there. I can't remember the exact. And then I just made a plan. Like,
I fly to the moon. I shrink the moon. I grab the moon. I sit on the toilet. What?
I got some business cards made. I got some flyers made. I started walking around in the neighborhood, leaving it at different places like the gym, the laundromat, churches, the church that I attended at the time. I started telling people there. I text everyone in my phone. I'm like, listen, I'm a businesswoman now. I'm going to be doing hair, and all of y'all should come to me. I got all these discounts, and I'm gonna give y'all 30% off if y'all come get y'all hair done. And that's kind of how I started. And can you believe, like, I started in September of 2009, and from then till December I did hair. I don't know where these customers came from. I did hair in my chair, and I was able to pay that man's booth rent on time every Saturday by 3 o'clock every single week. I don't know how, but it worked. So I did that for the first, well, that was how many months? September, October, November, December, 4 months. Then this guy approaches me, the salon owner, and he's like, wow, you've been doing such a great job at the salon. Like, I see how responsible you are. I see your work ethics. You come to work on time. You're very professional, and you pay your rent on time. And, you know, being that I'm not always in the salon, I would love to hire you as my salon manager. I'm like, what? Like, I came in, there was no salon manager, and now all of a sudden he's creating this position for me to become a salon manager. And I'm like, oh my God. I was excited about it, but it didn't look like anybody else in the salon was excited about it. So nope. I still took on I took the opportunity, and I was like, all right, I'll just do whatever he said that he was going to do. And these women in that salon gave me a run for my money, man. I learned so much during that time frame of being a salon manager. So all of 2010, I was the salon manager, and it's like I became the snitch. I became the, oh, you watching us for him. And it was just so challenging. It was bad. Some of them didn't want to talk to me because they're like, oh, I don't feel comfortable talking to you anymore. I mean, it was just terrible. Like, or like, oh, she don't know how to talk to people, and I don't feel like it's the right thing for me to talk to her. No, I want to talk to the owner. So it was just like such a learning experience. But I did that for a year.